Hi friends, I am Dr. S.K. Pandey. I often happen to learn that students have difficulties in getting the terms very much, and it's a clear form. Especially these terms help in conceptualization of various topics related to international relations. So, considering these requests, I have planned to introduce important terms one after another. So, today we are going to discuss alliance. Alliance is basically a kind of group. We have learnt from our national politics also that there have been political parties coming together to form an alliance like NDA and UPA. In international relations also there are alliances, and these have been very prominent, very decisive in international relations. So basically, in simple terms, if it is asked what is an alliance, so alliance is an agreement. It can be between the two states or more than two states. And these alliances are basically based on some common goals, common interests. States enter into these kind of cooperative arrangements, especially in the context of security. We know very well that security is the main objective of states in the kind of system that prevail in international relations. So these are arrangements to protect the two or more states from any kind of threat. They help a state, two states, or a group of states to stand against a common threat. Alliances can be bifurcated into two parts. They can be formal alliance or informal. Basically, a formal alliance is founded on the mutual agreements, and these are formed properly in a formal manner, like signing a treaty. And in these documents, the signatory states show their commitment officially that an attack, like an attack on any one of them, will be perceived as equivalent to an attack on all of them. And the best example for this is NATO. NATO stands for North Atlantic Treaty Organization, and NATO came into existence in 1949. Its headquarter is in Brussels, and we know very well that during Cold War, NATO was established to check the perceived encroachments of Soviet Union into the area of influence of United States of America or its allies. So NATO can be the best example of a military alliance, and military alliance as well as formal alliance. Now I'll be talking on informal alliance. So informal alliances are not very concrete, and their goals are very short. They fix the goals for short term. They are looser in their constructions, and they basically involve some important countries on some certain occasions. Take for example, if there is a military exercise, joint military exercise between the two countries or more than two countries. So this can be informal alliance. This comes in the category of informal alliance. And beside this, we can say that Alliances are also formed with a motive to maintain a kind of hegemony in international politics, and we know very well. And if you have studied Professor Hans Morgenthau, and you would be able to understand that power is the main quest of states in international politics as it exists in today's world. So these alliances basically help a lot in maintaining the hegemony. Basically, as long as the lifespan of these alliances are concerned, they may be for short term, they may be uh, for long durations. For example, NATO is still existing. However, Cold War is over. Warsaw Pact, which was formed in response to NATO in 1955, was dismantled in 1991 because Soviet Union was no more, and subsequently the meaning of Warsaw Pact was obsolete because of the end of Cold War. So some alliances remain for long. Some alliances are for the short span of time. For example, there was a Grand Alliance during the Second World War, and it included Soviet Union, United Kingdom, United States, and this alliance came into existence when Adolf Hitler, was considered was perceived as a threat to world peace, security of these countries. So this alliance, the Grand Alliance, was formed against Germany in particularly, and when Germany was defeated in 1945, this alliance also became meaningless. So after the end of war, this alliance dismantled, and both USA and USSR, which were the part of this alliance, they became against each other because of the changed circumstances, because of the changed political equations at that time. So these are alliances which are formed for different purposes, short-term purposes. When they are sold, alliances turn to be meaningless. Alliances are considered to be an important political development in international relations, as I mentioned earlier, that they facilitate the exercise of hegemony in global politics in particularly. However, these alliances are criticized also because some philosophers, some experts consider that formation of an alliance is basically giving birth to a threat before the other countries or a group of countries, and this is how the hostility keeps on rising among groups in the world, and subsequently the stable and durable peace turns to be a very difficult dream. So thinkers, liberal thinkers like Immanuel Kant, uh, he considers that alliances should not be formed and because they ignite the conflict among the states. And Woodrow Wilson had suggested at the end of the First World War that there should be no alliances, and basically he found alliances to be the main reason behind the outbreak of the First World War and the rivalry among the countries of the world. However, there are some other thinkers also who believe that formation of alliance, especially the realists, believe that they argue that the alliances are formed to fulfill the national interest, and basically they facilitate the stability in the global politics also, because they try to maintain the balance. For example, um, a weaker country is unable to face any kind of military threat from a powerful country, and if he joins an alliance, so his security and national interest is protected in that situation. So realists believe that alliances are good in international system because they are good for durable peace and stability in global politics. However, liberalists have different thoughts. So realists and liberalists, they have a different opinion, conflictual opinion on the importance of alliance. So besides security alliances, there are military alliances. They can be termed as. There are some alliances in international politics. They can be for the purpose of economic reasons. They can be for the purpose of many other different reasons, like cultural reasons can also be behind the formation of alliance. Either one or two reasons are present behind the formation of alliance, and or there can be many other reasons also, like OIC is an alliance which not only protect the interest of the Islamic countries, it's political, but as well as cultural. Uh, and think about OPEC, Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. These groupings have come up together to protect the national interest, especially the crude oil producing countries in the global economy, in the globalization of economy. So that's it from me today. Thank you so much. Your suggestions are welcome.